Alright, so in this video I want to talk about advanced narrative analysis. Now, this topic is quite complex. There is a lot to analyzing narratives. I just want to be really clear from the start of this video that you're not going to be able to, after this video, analyze narratives like I do, because there's so many interwoven lessons and concepts and nuance and complexity to how I have gone about and learnt things, and it's impossible to convey everything to you and unpack it all so that you can, download it in this video. Okay, it's going to take you a long time to be able to analyze narratives and come up with really good narratives. But look, I would like to, in this video, give you the foundations of understanding the importance of narratives in crypto and a bit of a basic understanding of how you can go ahead and use narratives to make money. And I want to give you as well a couple case studies of how I've used and other people have used narratives in order to buy things early and make money from them. So without further ado, as they always say, let's get straight into it. So narratives is something that a lot of people talk about. It's one of the most common words people use to describe why a coin's going to go up. The narrative. It's all about the narrative, right? The core of making money in crypto is it's all about a compelling story. Okay, you think about why any coin went up, it's not really about the fundamentals, it's not because of anything they did, it's about the story behind the coin, the story behind the reason it's going up. Okay, think about what people talk about online. They don't say Bitcoin had a record month of revenue. They say the government is printing excessive amounts of dollars and it's going to lead to a lot of inflation. You have to buy Bitcoin as a hedge, as a safety net, right? To avoid inflation, okay? To avoid monetary debasement. That's about the story. That's a story. And that compelling story created one of the biggest bull markets we've ever seen in human history during 2020. Obviously, there is behind the story truth to it, right? Stories can be truthful, stories can be lies, but it's not like it's a stock where it's fundamentally, objectively undervalued. It's about the story. And every single asset on the planet, to a certain degree, is driven by its story. Every single... You look at something as safe as gold or bonds. How do people determine the value of gold and bonds? Well, it's definitely not completely efficient. There is, to a certain degree, the element of the story behind the reason someone buys and sells. More than crypto, there is real reasons why something is worth what it is in the real world, right? Why a stock is worth $1 or $2. There's a real reason behind it, but it's just we talk about narratives the most in crypto because what drives price in crypto is very much the narrative. Obviously, narrative plays a role in all markets, but in crypto specifically, because there's very little actual real adoption, we're still super early days. It's all driven by speculative premiums. Right? The speculative premium is what is something worth above what it might, objectively be worth due to what people are speculating on what can happen in the future. So in crypto, a lot of these coins, most of them have a huge speculative premium, right? Okay, sure, it doesn't have much adoption now, but in the future, we speculate that it's going to have value, okay? And because people speculate it has value, there's a premium of the price for speculation, okay? And that speculative premium is what allows us to make money through this, narrative analysis. If you can buy a coin and come up with a narrative for why people are going to buy it in future and that plays out, you're able to make a lot of money. And this is what I did on, for example, Toshi. Toshi's a meme coin. Meme coins are just driven by narratives. It's not about anything real. It's all about the narrative. And so when you do fundamental analysis on any of these meme coins, the main thing you got to focus on is the narrative, because that's all that drives a meme coin. It's a story. What is a meme? It's just it's a interpersonal, relatable story that we can all laugh at. That's what a meme is. You look at a meme, everyone understands it, we laugh at it, it's a story. What is a meme coin? It's the ability to put financial gains or losses attached to the amount of people that know about a certain story. Why did Doge go up so much? Well, because Elon talked about it. He made the story of Dogecoin, the meme coin of Doge, so popular that it just went absolutely ballistic in price. The most wealthiest men in the world tweeting about one coin. Okay? Meme coins are just social capital trading around with a speculative premium on what a certain trend, meme, movement might be worth in the future. Okay? And that's, at its core, that's what crypto is. And obviously you have coins that are like fundamental coins like Link, for example. There's obviously a little bit of a story to it. For example, at least today, there's all this talk about how the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, is going to be pushing this sort of agenda of the tokenization of everything. And the backbone of this tokenization of everything is people believe that Chainlink will be a part of this sort of the infrastructure to enable this tokenization of everything. At least that's my understanding of it. And so people are now buying Link in anticipation of that narrative of Link playing an important role in this tokenization of assets sort of trend narrative. Okay? So all very interesting stuff. What is a story? It's a series of words or explanations or logical conclusions which they all intertwine together to make large amounts of investors buy under the belief that price is going way higher. Okay, that's what a narrative is. When people talk about this coin is going to be massive because it's the first coin of a certain trend, it's got a really great team, the community's strong, they got a new update coming out in 2 months. When they say all this stuff, this is the narrative behind the coin, the story behind the coin, which is going to make people buy. Okay? So if you put the tech aside, the team, the community, all this sort of fundamental stuff, the most important part is the story. Okay? When someone is deciding to buy or sell, the main thing driving that decision is what story have they been told about that coin? What is the story about what it's going to be worth in the future? And that's what drives their decisions, right? So not many people in crypto analyze the different ratios of how you can evaluate something. Like, for example, the difference between the profit and the expenses. Whatever these TradFi terms are, I'm trying to think of some of them. I think like PE ratio is one example. Using all these different fundamental analysis tools in order to determine a fair value, right? They do that in the stock market, but it doesn't work in crypto. It's all about the narratives, okay? Now, the best market speculators are basically able to future predict which stories will form. So that's, again, tying back to the mindset video, second and third order consequences, okay? And it's about understanding what will compel investors to buy your bags after a 10 to 100x. So you make money in crypto from using this advanced narrative analysis by predicting correctly what narratives will take shape in the minds of people in the future. So if you guess correctly that in 3 months from now, everyone is going to believe a certain thing or understand a certain story, and you buy or sell today based on knowing that, you're able to make money as that story comes to fruition, as it becomes real. Okay? And a classic example of this story thing we're going to get into later, but it's the Toshi play. Okay? So thus, being able to analyze and future predict advanced narratives looking into the future is a huge component of making money. If you can know what people are going to think in a month, you can act today in anticipation of that. So the way that I would go about thinking about coming up with a narrative or using second and third order consequences is, if X happens, what does that cause? And then what does that cause? This is a really useful exercise for you guys. Whenever you're on Twitter and you see something happen, or you're on YouTube, or you just you see something happen in the market, don't just go, oh shit, what's the immediate impact of that, the first order consequence. Make yourself think about 2 to 3 steps ahead. So let's say an ETF gets denied. Everyone's going to panic, right? The first order consequence is panic. ETF denied, that means crypto goes down. But now you need to think about what's next after that. What's the second and third order consequence of an ETF denial? That is where the smart people operate, and that is how you're able to make money. So let me give you an example with that ETF thing. Let's say the ETF gets denied. The first, like I just said, the first order consequence is, fuck, crypto's going to go down. But then you need to ask yourself, okay, well, what happens after this? Well, maybe they what was the reason for the denial? Was it just a minor change? Was it they just didn't have quite enough time? Let's say the reason that they denied it was they just need a little bit more time and, reapply and we'll accept it. If that's the vibe of what just happened, then you have to say, okay, we dumped because the ETF got denied, but the ETF didn't get denied really, it almost got delayed to where they reapply. So if I was to buy the dip, it's likely that the market will go up again as it will understand the fact that this wasn't a denial, it was more of a delay. Okay, and that would be using second and third order consequences. It got denied, but the denial showed that it wasn't a denial, it was a delay. And if it's a delay, then that means that they're going to reapply later, which means it'll get accepted, which means price will go up, right? So that would be like an example of, using the second and third order consequences. Now, when you're looking at a coin, this is relevant for a bull market, by the way, and the current crypto market. Maybe it's not in the future. This was posted by a guy on Twitter. I can't remember his name. I think it's Andrew. I didn't make this. I found this. But basically, if you do attention times story, if you have people looking at your coin and there's a great story behind it, you're able to make money. Okay, the coin is going to go up in price. So, for example, how do you get attention on your project? Well, the community are affiliate marketers, so they basically build the community for you. Marketing stunts, so you could do stuff that gets publicity. You could have a cult leader who has a following. You could hint at an airdrop, which means people are going to come across and start using your platform, maybe buying your native token, whatever it is. If there's a referral system, they refer their friends, sort of like the affiliate. Influencers, they get people to find your coin. Ecosystem funds, right? If there's a fund for the ecosystem, that's going to like attract people to come over. And so if you have all of these different, components of gaining attention, and you've got a really promising story of behind the coin, the metrics are rising, there's more demand, the products are getting better, there's updates coming out, good things are coming. That is the setup for making money. Attention plus good offer equals money, right? In a business, right, it's attention times offer, okay? So let's say I wanted to grow my crypto business, right? What do I need? I need more people to look at my business, and I need a better converting website, right? Or a better offer, okay? So how would I get more attention? If referral system, affiliate marketers, better content, start posting on TikTok, blah, 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 right? How do I make a better offer? Well, I have to maybe give more value away, maybe make the price cheaper, maybe add a guarantee, maybe make the offer sound better, maybe add a networking component, right? There's various different ways that I can go about increasing the conversion rate, right? So this is what you would call like gaining attention, and this is what you would call converting attention, okay? This is how people find you, and this is what makes people buy, okay? Because running a coin is like running a business, okay? Because when someone buys your coin, you just sold them a product. The product is the ability to make money, right? When I sell you a course on making money, it's not much different from selling you a coin, right? If I'm the founder of a coin, a shitcoin, I'm selling you the dream of making money. When you buy a course, I'm selling you the dream of making money. It's the same thing, just a slightly different vehicle, slightly less scammy selling a course, okay? No, actually, no. The course isn't scammy at all, but selling a coin, like running a coin, if it's a shitcoin, is a total fucking scam, okay? So this also relates back to the narrative a bit too, because this here is the narrative, right? So why do narratives work in crypto? Well, like we just said at the start of the video, narratives are important because there's not really much real value behind crypto. It's all about what might happen. So as well as this, people are stupid, lazy, and they're not good at investing. They're beginners, right? And stupid, lazy people don't like researching. They will buy something that makes sense to them, okay? If they go on Twitter and they see a story, a narrative about why a coin is good, that is, for 90% of investors, or not even investors, fucking gamblers, good enough. Okay, he said XRP is good because they've got this partnership and because the founder's smart and they've got this thing coming out. Great. Sounds good to me. Buy. Okay? The story they're told online is the fundamental research. So it's hard to buy something the market doesn't yet understand, and that's where the money's to be made. So most people, they require a story to be told to them to make them buy. They need to understand the story having been told by someone else before they get into it.